All right, so welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we are diving into the world of AI influencers.
Oh, very
These
intricate.
these virtual personalities you see all over social media, and we've got this YouTube video that breaks down how they're made and how people are actually making money from them.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a few of them. I mean,
Yeah,
it's amazing how realistic they look.
it is wild, right? Like, you hear about, deepfakes and stuff, but it's a whole other level.
Yeah.
Like, do you know there's this Korean AI influencer named Viserion, and get this, they've already made over $2 million in sponsorships.
Really? 2 million.
It's insane.
Wow.
It really makes you wonder what the potential of this whole thing could be,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So the video we're looking at today, really focuses on how accessible this technology is becoming.
Okay. Yeah.
It walks you through this platform that makes designing and animating an AI influencer like surprisingly straightforward. Hmm. Like you can practically design every detail, from their ethnicity and age to like their body type and even their personal style.
So like
Yeah.
you can choose if they're going to be like, very fashionable or kind of,
Yeah, like their fashion sense. You can even
grunge.
Yeah, exactly. You can kind of make them like a skater or whatever.
Yeah,
It's really wild.
that's amazing.
You can even there's this feature called face lock,
Face lock.
and it locks in their appearance.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to worry about like your AI influencer suddenly having like a different hairstyle or outfit in every video.
Right. So you get consistency.
Exactly. Yeah, consistency is key when you're building a brand,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And get this, they even have AI-powered name suggestions.
Oh,
So
wow.
you can find the perfect catchy name for your creation.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because a good name.
Goes a long way.
It does. Yeah, it does. But it's not just about looks, is it? How do these AI influencers like come to life
That's a great
in
question.
terms of, movement and content?
Yeah, the video highlights a couple of really interesting methods. One is using like pre-built dance templates on this platform called Viggle.
Vagal.
Yeah, Viggle.
Okay.
Basically, like you choose a dance style, and your AI influencer is like ready to go viral on TikTok.
Wow. So it's like having a virtual choreographer.
Exactly. You don't even need any real-world dance skills to like make your AI influencer the next big dance sensation.
Right.
And it gets even better. The video also explains how to like take a green screen dance video from Viggle and use like video editing software to like place it on any background you can imagine.
Oh,
So you could have your AI influencer dancing on a like tropical beach, a bustling city street,
yeah.
even like some fantastical, alien landscape. Like the possibilities are pretty much limitless.
That's amazing. So, okay, so we've designed our AI influencer. We've given them a name, they're moving, they're grooving. Now the big question, how do we make money?
All right, so the video brings up this platform called FanDuel.
FanDuel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's specifically designed for monetizing AI influencer content.
Interesting.
So think of it like a subscription-based platform where fans can access like exclusive content,
Mm-hmm.
pay-per-view for like individual images and videos, and they can even interact with AI-powered chatbots.
Wait, so fans can have like conversations
Yeah.
with their favorite AI influencer.
It's wild.
That's crazy.
So and the video points out that these chatbots can be like programmed with specific responses, and they can even learn from past interactions.
Wow.
So it's all about like, forging that personal connection. That
Oh.
keeps fans coming back. It's almost like having a digital business partner who works 24/7.
Yeah,
Creating content, interacting with fans.
that makes sense.
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. So,
But even with all these platforms and tools,
yeah.
building a successful AI influencer takes, more than just technology, wouldn't you say?
I would definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Like, and that's where the video gets really interesting.
Okay.
It dives into like the psychology behind, influencer marketing, whether the influencer is human or AI.
Hmm.
And it really boils down to understanding your target audience, their interests, their aspirations, what kind of connection they're seeking.
Yeah, it's not just about like randomly posting content and hoping it sticks.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
have to craft a persona
Yeah.
that resonates with a specific audience.
Exactly.
Someone they can relate to and engage with.
Right. You need to build that relationship, that connection.
Yeah. And actually, the video outlines this framework
Okay.
called ASS to help creators achieve this.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. It stands for authenticity, attractiveness, social proof, storytelling, and education and entertainment.
Ooh, okay. There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
So tell me more about what that stands for and how it applies to, creating a successful AI influencer.
Okay, so let's start with authenticity.
Mhm.
How can an AI influencer, something that is inherently artificial, feel authentic?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It seems counterintuitive, but the video talks about the importance of introducing subtle imperfections.
Oh, interesting.
So think about it, even in the real world,
Yeah.
those tiny quirks, the asymmetries,
Oh, yeah.
those are what make people unique and relatable.
Yeah, so it's moving away from striving for this flawless digital perfection.
Right.
It's about finding that sweet spot between polished and real.
Yeah, exactly. So next up is attractiveness.
Okay.
And this one's interesting because the video mentions a study about the halo effect. The idea that people who are considered attractive are often perceived as more trustworthy
Ooh, interesting.
and competent. And they even go as far as to say that attractive people sometimes receive lighter criminal sentences.
Wow, that's really fascinating. And it makes you realize, I guess, how powerful those first impressions can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even when it comes to AI, like visual appeal can really impact people's perceptions.
For sure, yeah. Even if they don't realize it, it's often on a subconscious level.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered authenticity and attractiveness.
Okay.
What about social proof?
Okay, so how does an AI influencer like build credibility?
Yeah, and that sense of community.
Yeah. So the video highlighted the importance of collaborations.
Yeah, 'cause just like human influencers, AI influencers benefit from working together.
Right, yeah. So you could have an AI influencer making guest appearances on another AI's content.
Yeah, or maybe collaborating on a special project.
Right.
The possibilities are pretty exciting.
It makes me wonder if we're going to see AI-only influencer marketing agencies pop up.
Right.
Like AI influencers promoting other AI influencers.
It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It does.
Yeah,
But it's not so far-fetched, right? The lines are definitely blurring.
absolutely, yeah.
All right, so we've got collaborations. What about storytelling?
Ah, yes, storytelling. How do we give our AI influencer a narrative?
Yeah, how do we make them interesting? How do we give them a story that resonates with their audience?
Yeah. The video suggests building a compelling backstory,
Okay.
outlining their origins, motivations, maybe even some challenges they've overcome.
Oh, so like giving them some depth.
Exactly. Think
Yeah.
of it like developing a character arc in a movie.
Okay, yeah. So they become more than just, a digital face. They
Right.
become a character
Exactly.
with depth.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally we have education and entertainment. This one seems pretty self-explanatory, but how do we find that perfect balance,
Yeah.
between informing and entertaining when it comes to an AI influencer's content?
It's a great point. It really is about finding that sweet spot, between providing valuable information and keeping your audience entertained.
Right, yeah.
It can't be, all education, no fun,
Right.
or the other way around. It has to be engaging.
Right. So I'm really curious about this whole idea of tailoring that content to a specific audience. Like how do we do that effectively?
Okay, so let's say, for instance, your AI influencer is geared toward gamers.
Okay.
Then, they might focus on providing gaming tips.
Right, reviews of new releases, maybe even live streaming.
Exactly, yeah. But it's also important to, weave in elements of entertainment. So you could, give the AI influencer a fun personality.
Right, yeah, give them some personality.
Incorporate humor into their content.
Yeah, or even like, you could create like a storyline around their journey as a gamer.
Exactly.
Maybe they have a friendly rivalry with another AI gamer, or, they're trying to break into the professional gaming scene.
Right. The key is to make it, both informative and engaging.
It's amazing, this whole it's making me think about how much potential AI influencers have,
Yeah.
And the video really emphasizes that, AI is a tool that can can enhance human experiences, not replace them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about leveraging the power of AI to create something new and exciting,
Yeah.
something that adds value to people's lives.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think it's time we address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Where does all of this fit into, the bigger picture of our world
Right.
and the future of AI?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? And it's something that, Samson, the creator of the video, he
Oh.
seems to be thinking about this a lot too. He talks about AI's potential, to transform all kinds of industries,
Hmm.
especially those that are focused on human connection,
Right.
education, and entertainment.
Yeah, it seems like, even with all this rapid advancement in technology, our basic human needs,
Yeah,
they stay the same.
they
Like
do.
we still want connection,
Yeah.
We want to learn, we want to grow,
Want to be
we
entertained.
want to be entertained.
Exactly.
And it seems like AI is emerging as this tool to fulfill those needs in ways that like we never could have imagined before.
It really is. Yeah.
Think about it. We've got like AI tutors that provide personalized learning.
All right.
You've got these incredible like virtual worlds that are created by AI,
Mhm.
and even like, music that's composed by artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
That's like almost indistinguishable from human created music.
It's amazing.
It's wild, and now we've got, AI influencers entering the mix. And it blurs those lines even further between what's real and what's virtual.
It does.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities, but it also kind of,
It makes you think.
it makes you think,
Yeah.
yeah, like where is this all going?
Yeah, it raises some really interesting questions, like
Yeah.
what does it even mean to be human in a world where AI is becoming, more and more integrated
Right.
into our lives?
Mm.
What does it take for an influencer, whether they're human or AI, to really make an impact? Is it
Yeah.
is it about, how they look or their talent, or is there something more to it?
It's interesting thinking about all the things we've discussed about AI influencers,
Yeah.
their design, their backstories, the content they create.
Hmm.
I think it really comes down to authenticity for an AI,
Yeah.
that ability to really connect with an audience, to spark their imagination, to make them feel seen. I think that's what makes a real impact.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's not just about, creating an AI that can dance or deliver a sales pitch.
Right.
It's about giving them a sense of purpose, a story that people can connect with.
Yeah, and that's where the real challenge lies, right?
I think so.
It's about taking all these unique capabilities of AI, the ability to process information, to create content,
Yeah.
to even mimic human behavior and using those tools to create something that's actually meaningful, something that has value
That's a really good point.
for the audience.
Yeah.
So let's kind of circle back to that AS framework
Okay.
and dive a little bit deeper into each of those elements. We,
Yeah.
we talked about authenticity earlier,
Yeah.
but I'm curious, like what makes an AI influencer feel genuine, especially when they're not human?
It's a fascinating question, isn't it? And the video really stresses the importance of those relatable imperfections. Like little things like slight asymmetries in their features or moments of vulnerability.
All right, yeah, just like real people.
Exactly.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
And it makes them feel more human,
Yeah.
more approachable.
It does.
It reminds me of that Japanese concept of wabi-sabi,
So-
finding beauty in imperfection.
Oh yeah.
It's about moving away from that, like striving for that flawless digital aesthetic and embracing something more natural, more relatable.
That's a great analogy.
And this kind of ties into the next element of the framework,
Mhm.
attractiveness.
Right.
It's not just about creating an AI that's conventionally attractive.
Right.
It's about understanding how those visual cues, they can really impact how people perceive
Yeah.
the AI's trustworthiness, their confidence.
Exactly, like that study that we talked about.
All right.
About how attractive people
Yeah.
tend to be seen as more trustworthy.
Yeah.
It really is fascinating to think about, the power of first impressions, even in the digital world.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like even if we don't realize it, the way an AI influencer is designed,
Yeah,
it can have a huge impact on how we perceive them.
it can.
So we've talked about authenticity, attractiveness. What about social proof?
Ah, yes, social proof.
How do you build that credibility and that sense of community
Yeah.
around an AI influencer?
Well, the video highlighted the importance of collaborations.
Okay.
Just like, human influencers,
Yeah.
AI influencers can benefit from partnering with each other.
Right.
Imagine one AI influencer doing a guest spot on another AI's channel,
Yeah, yeah.
or maybe collaborating on some sort of special project.
It's like AI team ups, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Avengers, but with AI, it's
Yeah.
wild.
It's really cool to think about the possibilities.
It is.
It could even, we could see the emergence of AI only influencer marketing agencies
Whoa.
with AI influencers promoting other AI influencers.
That's like it's a whole new world.
It is.
The lines are definitely getting blurry.
They are.
All right, so we've got collaborations. What about storytelling? How do you craft a compelling narrative?
Right. How do you make people want to follow along?
Yeah, keep them engaged.
Yeah, the video suggests giving the AI influencer a backstory, a history
Okay.
that explains, where they came from, what their motivations are, maybe even some challenges they've had to overcome.
Oh, so it's like giving them depth, like transforming them from this two-dimensional digital image into
Right.
a character that people can relate to
Exactly.
and even root for.
Yeah. Give them a real story,
Yeah.
something to connect with.
And lastly, we have education and entertainment.
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, it seems like it, but it's all about finding that balance
It is, yeah.
between, providing valuable information
Mm-hmm.
and keeping your audience entertained.
Yeah, you don't want to bore people,
Right. Yeah.
but you also want to make sure you're giving them something
Yeah. Something useful.
but useful.
Yeah, so how do you tailor that content to a specific audience?
Right, that's key. So for instance, let's say, your AI influencer is geared towards gamers.
Okay.
They might focus on providing, gaming tips,
Okay.
reviews of new games, or even live stream their gameplay.
Right. Right.
But, it's also important to make it fun.
Right.
Give the AI a fun, engaging personality.
Yeah.
Incorporate humor into their content.
Yeah. Or even like create a storyline like around their journey as a gamer.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Maybe they have a friendly rivalry with another AI gamer.
Right. Or they're trying to, go pro.
Yeah.
The key is to make the content, informative but also engaging.
This whole conversation is really like it's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
It's making me think about like how much potential AI influencers really
Yeah.
have,
It is.
not just as marketing tools, but as these forces for education and entertainment.
Absolutely.
And the video really emphasizes like, AI is a tool
Yeah.
that can really enhance these human experiences rather than replace them. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Where does all of this fit into the bigger picture of our world? The future of AI.
That's the ultimate question.
It is.
Yeah. It really is the big question. And it's something that, Samson, the creator of the video, he kind of grapples with too,
Mhm.
He talks about AI's potential to change so many different industries,
Right.
especially those that are focused on, like human connection,
Yeah.
education, and entertainment.
It seems like, no matter how much technology advances,
Yeah,
like our core human needs, they kind of stay the same.
they do. Yeah.
We still crave that connection. We want to learn and grow.
Yeah.
And we all need a little entertainment,
They
right?
will.
And AI it's kind of emerging as this tool to help us fulfill those needs in ways that like we never could have imagined.
In ways we never even thought of before. Yeah.
Like think about it. We already have like AI tutors that give us personalized learning.
Right.
We have these incredible like virtual worlds
Mhm.
that are created by AI.
Yeah.
And we even have like, music that's composed by artificial intelligence that's like almost impossible to tell apart from human created music.
They're pretty amazing.
It's wild. And now we've got, AI influencers entering the mix and it's just it's blurring those lines even more between reality and the virtual world.
It is. It really is.
It's exciting, it makes you think about all the possibilities.
Yeah.
But it also kind of makes you,
Makes you pause
makes you pause, yeah,
and think,
and think like, what does this all mean?
what does it mean for the future? Yeah, it raises some pretty important questions. Like
Yeah.
what does it even mean to be human in a world where AI is like, becoming more and more a part of our lives?
Right.
And what makes an influencer, whether they're human or AI, really have an impact?
Mhm.
Is it just how they look
Right.
or their talent, or is it something more?
It's interesting, like thinking about all things you've discussed about AI influencers, their design, their backstories, the content they create.
Mm.
I I really think it boils down to authenticity.
Authenticity, okay.
Even for an AI,
Yeah.
that ability to connect with their audience on this deeper level, to spark their imagination, to make them feel seen.
Mhm.
That's what really makes an impact.
I think you're absolutely right. It's not just about creating an AI that looks good or that can,
Mm,
you know, deliver a sales pitch.
right.
It's about giving them that sense of purpose, that story
Hmm.
that people can really resonate with.
Yeah, and that's where the real challenge is.
Alex.
It's about taking these unique capabilities that AI has, like,
Yeah.
being able to process information, to create content, to even like mimic human behavior, and using all of those tools to create something that's really meaningful,
Well,
that's valuable to the audience.
that's a really important point.
And that brings us to kind of, the end of our deep dive today.
Yeah,
And it's pretty mind-blowing to think about, all the possibilities and
that's
the
all.
potential that AI influencers have.
It really is.
And I think, what we've learned today is that it's not just about the technology,
Yeah,
it's about the human element.
it is.
It's about creating those connections, telling those stories,
Yep.
and ultimately, like, creating something that has value
That's what I would think.
for the audience, for people.
Yeah, for humanity.
So, to all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
I encourage you to keep exploring, keep asking questions.
Stay curious.
Stay curious. The future of AI, it's something that we're all shaping together.
We are.
And it's really up to us to make sure that it benefits, all of humanity.
That's a great point to end on.
So until next time, fellow deep divers,
Yeah.
stay curious.